Warning, the following is a movie and is meant to be discussed and disagreed with. Intelligible thoughts are encouraged, no ad hominem. Today we will be talking about the movie Wonder Woman and how, spoilers, Ares is one of the best portrayals of the devil I have seen from Hollywood. To understand why, it might be best if I first explain a small bit about what the devil is, according to Christianity. See, the devil is not the opposite of God. He isn't simply the person who revels in sin and evil while God wants others to act in good faith or politely towards others and without sin. Although that could be the case, it's not really set in stone there. What is known is simply that the devil and God disagree on one thing and only one thing. That is known. God thinks that humanity was his best creation and that they are good. The devil thinks humanity is a stupid idea and that they are anything but good. This means that the devil does not necessarily hate God, but disagrees with God on this aspect strongly enough to put himself in opposition with God. The devil doesn't enjoy evil, but sees humanity as evil. The problem is that most of Hollywood likes to put Satan in as the big, bad monster of all that is evil, the representation of everything that is evil, and which isn't far from what he could be, but I think a far more interesting, or maybe even more accurate, is that the devil points to us, humanity, as being the biggest representation of evil, as the reason for everything bad happening. This is closer to what we see from Ares and Wonder Woman. See, the devil could easily kill any one of us, but he or she won't. The devil could easily possess and force us to do cruel, evil things without any choice of our own, but he or she won't. And the devil could easily trick us into signing a contract and make any of us give up everything we have for nothing. But he or she won't do that either. Why wouldn't the devil do this? Because all but maybe the last of the ones I listed don't go to prove the devil's point, that humanity is evil. What would prove his point is convincing us, simply whispering into our ears to sin, to do wrong. Give us just a simple push. We need to make the wrong choice, to do something that goes against even our own moral code, and bonus points if he convinces us that we were never wrong to do what we did. Now, let us look at Ares from Wonder Woman. Ares hates humanity. He thinks Zeus made a mistake when he created humanity, that humanity is evil and can only create evil. Now, after being thrown from Mount Olympus, he doesn't go and force humanity to start World War I. He doesn't even go and start World War I himself. Instead, he whispers into the ears of those who can change humanity. Instead, he convinces the rest of humanity to cause World War I. Instead, he has humanity act on their own cruelty and stupidity. In many ways, Ares does nothing but push the button and let everyone else do the work. He doesn't even push the button, you could say. He just gives a slight shove in the right direction or in the wrong direction, however you would look at it. He proves his point in how evil humanity is by letting them be evil. You could even argue he tries to stop the war, trying to get the Treaty of Versailles signed, only to pour more oil, more gasoline on the fire of war, and to keep it going longer and longer. But why is this important? Well, because the best way to show the best of humanity is through showing the worst of humanity. This leads to the defeat of Ares, or the defeat of the devil, which is shown when humanity, or even one person, does something that shows that our fate in humanity being capable of more than the disgusting things we've seen. Despite the evil around it, it shows humanity is capable of doing good. In Wonder Woman, this, again spoilers, happens when Chris Pine's character sacrifices himself. Ares is defeated completely at that point, once it is shown that humanity is capable of doing more than selfish acts.